it's that formula. It's just its common name. It would have a different name besides that, but I don't have them all memorized. Oh, that's not very big, is it? Oh, and it's gone. This losing my wireless slate is just been kicking my butt. Well, I went, it said to remove the drivers. And so I went in and Cephala was here. I'm like, how do you find the drivers? And I open it up. And I have like 20 drivers that are repeating themselves for these and this and this. Like my list of drivers is that long. And he just laughed. He's like, something's very wrong with your computer. Like, what? My slate won't work. I've tried everything. So it said, take out all drivers and reinstall. But when I went to do that, I had this many over and over and over drivers for anything. No, a driver is a program.
Oh, why it's so many?
That's what he wants to know. So it's something's going wrong and it's just not working, obviously. So no, they've already re-imaged my computer twice this year.
Twice this year?
Re-imaged it where they delete everything and restart from nothing. And it's a pain. I do nothing. I turn it on every day and I turn it off every day. And in between those times, I use it. I do exactly what you guys see me do every day. I use Smart Notebook. I use any Google program, and that's literally all I do. We have no idea. All right, what did you guys get? 5?
Yes.
1.0 times 10 to the negative 3? Okay.
1.65.
Everyone that just said that's a really small number, you are actually wrong. That's a really large number. Oh, good thing. Oh, wow. Good thing I was not streaming this then. I was going to teach from this because I can get these programs on there, but then Zoom would be weird. But then you would have all read personal information about stuff on the notifications. Okay. So let's go. How did you have this set up? So KA equals, this is 2. We already did 1, didn't we? Oh, so the answer we just got was for this? That's what I thought. You're the best. That was a you're the best, not a bad. Oh, I am recording. I bet this is a gem. That means I've been recording this whole time of nothingness. Okay, hold on. Okay, so Ka equals x squared over initial, right? X squared is what? All right, it's the H plus concentration, which can be found by taking the inverse log of the pH, right? And I'm just going to square that. You okay with that?
Yeah.
Then the initial is 0.128. Then you said it's times 10 to the negative 4?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so it was 1.30.
I'm just really stupid.
Usually you're not. Yeah. You can just put it in scientific notation.
I should.
It will do it for you.
What's your date look like? Isn't that Grace's?
No, pass that back. Shoot. That was in college. We only went to one dance together, and it was the Howl, and we were sewn together as a 3-legged monster. Inappropriate.
No, I thought that the Howl. When was this?
I was a senior.
That was a high school dance, but isn't there something? What's the dance called at Utah State? It's like.
The Howl.
Oh, was that the Howl?
Yeah.
Do all the high schoolers went?
No, college.
Oh, and that.
College. He is here because I told him he could tease Cooper. He's like,
yeah.
I need,
Yeah, you guys.
like, I need to be here. I don't need that. I can tell why you're late. I'll throw it away for you.
Thank you. It's all anything. It's all face.
Yep. All right. Sometimes it's a little different. Oh no. Oh, it's not that hard. Yep. So don't panic when it gives you something a little bit different. It's just telling you you have to solve for the initial concentration. So concentration is moles per liter, right? So I don't know, there are 3.6 grams, not times. Is it 0.05? This is 0.12?
Yeah, 0.02.
What did I do so wrong? Oh, I get it. I'm an idiot. No, I get it. I get it. 0.02? Okay. And then what's that?
The whole thing?
No, just this.
Oh,
That's the molarity, or that's the initial. So just because it looks a little different doesn't mean it's really that much harder. Yes, sir.
Are you recording on the right screen?
What is that? What's on that screen? It's this? Okay, that's whatever that screen shows I'm recording. You're good. It's just showing that you care. You want the best video possible. I did upload them all this morning. Okay.
the final answer?
3.15 times what?
Times -4. Oh, it's because I forgot to square it. Never mind.
Okay. Are these easy enough? Okay, you need to be pretty good at doing these, and you should be able to do them very fast. No, the test is actually really hard. This is probably it's for sure the hardest test of the trimester. Because I haven't taught you everything yet. Right.
So the next concept that's coming to be a killer.
Probably things get harder.
Oh,
Okay. A pure 14 8.5 gram sample of weak base. Oh no, this is a base. I quit. Don't quit. It is dissolved in water to make that much solution. Calculate the molar concentration of C2H5NH2 in the solution. So that's what we just kind of did. All right. We want it weak. Well, we don't want it weak, but weak means we do the same thing we just did. Write the equilibrium constant expression for the reaction between that and water. Oh, does it even make you calculate it?
What's the relationship with pH and OH? I guess, like, how do you get?
pH plus POH equals 14.
Oh,
All right, C of C2H5 and H2 and that, which is present in the solution at the higher concentration at equilibrium. Justify your answer. That's where you'll need some. You don't actually have to do math here. You just have to do math on A, but there is no, you don't have to do an equilibrium expression here. Like, since the weak or the base isn't strong, your intelligence doesn't have to be. Well, I don't know. That's how they grade the AP test.
Was your prom held in a different place than your school?
Yeah, that's at the university, or that's the Capitol, I mean.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Didn't most schools go to the Capitol for their prom?
Down in Salt Lake. Not most, but a lot do.
Because we're late.
I wouldn't say because we're lame. Would you want to travel and do it at the Capitol?
It'd be, oh.
It's a Castle Manor, which if you've been there, it's fine. I don't think it's much cooler, personally.
I saw a large amount of people inside the Capitol building.
The flowers.
Nice. Got me. It was a mosh pit. Hey,
No, I'm not joking.
Judah, if you're watching this, it's just another wasted day. But
We went down to
enjoy.
Orlando,
Cooper,
like,
just
in,
stop.
and you were driving and you could
Cooper,
see the
just
light come
stop.
across. I
Just
looked into his
stop.
eyes.
Just stop.
Then we locked eyes.
And then Cooper started being weird.
My first girlfriend I ever had was a brunette.
And then you changed.
I never dated this girl. I mean, we went to 2 dances because back then you kind of, if you went to one, the girls often asked you to the next one, which was fine. Oh, I like her. She's a way cool kid. I don't remember her name, but she was pretty cool.
But you don't remember her name?
No,
Really?
This-
Mine is the first to
it was
go.
26 years ago,
But like,
27 years ago. Just a nice kid, but I didn't really have a girlfriend that was blonde until I got married. So I wouldn't say I have a thing for blondes. I have a thing for people that love me back.
Oh, that's sweet.
Well, it helps to love people that love you back.
Yeah.
Just a side note,
Just
unless you don't like being happy, and then that's fine. Okay, here we go. So the molar concentration. Shh, 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 shh. We need to find the mass, we need to find the moles of this. What is the? Thank you. No, can't be. It is? Wow. Point what? That's fine. What do we get here roughly?
Yeah, 0.33.
Okay, now that's moles. So what do we next have to do?
Divide by 0.5.
Divide by 0.5 because 500 milliliters is 0.5 liters. And we get 0.66 is your molarity. Okay, so that's A. B, write the equilibrium and constant expression for the reaction. All right, so we don't need this. This is your reactant. So where does it go? On the bottom. I don't feel like writing that. And then that. And then that. You okay with that? Oh, that got me. Right. If this was a 2, this would be squared. Is that what you're saying?
So are we doing
Yeah.
that without the numbers then? Just
Yep. They didn't ask for numbers. You don't have them. And then letter C, tons of kids don't know because they're like, I don't really know. There's no, what is Ka? It's not big or small.
So C2H5 and H2 would be higher concentration.
All right, that's the exact answer. This is in higher concentration because it's a weak acid, which means that the reactants are dominant. That's all you gotta put. That makes sense?
So the backwards reaction.
Has nothing to do with coefficients. Yep, what, because if it says weak, it means there's a lot of this stuff and not much of this stuff.
And how do you know it's oh, never mind. Because the reverse reaction. So if it's a weak base, it had to be no, never mind.
If I've been saying acid, I just meant to say base
Okay.
on this problem. Yes.
With strong acid bases, basically associated, it's like pretty easy to tell like what pH solution will be with the grams.
Yeah, you just,
With the weak acid, like how this extra steps to figure that out, right?
you have to know the Ka.
What?
You have to know the Ka to find it. So we can find Ka given pH, or we can find pH given Ka.
So there's not really a way to like.
Do it backwards.
With the data we have, we could not figure out what its Ka is.
Like,
If you wanted to know the Ka of this, you would take the solution and you'd put a pH probe in it that can connected to a computer, and it'd be like 4.15. Then we'd be ready to roll.
literally no way to figure that out
Before this.
without like pH.
Right.
Okay.
You could use a piece of paper and get kind of close. You could also do, I actually helped a kid in college with this last night. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So anyway, this, it was Carter Udy. Is that who you're talking about?
Oh, I know that.
Oh, do you love him?
No. I love Hadisha was just like,
Okay,
no, we were neighbors growing up.
got you. This is the equivalence point. If you go to the half equivalence point, which is half of the distance from here to here, then the pKa and the pH, whatever that you can find on this table are the same and whatever. I don't teach that,
Oh, yeah.
but that's another way you could do it.
So if you use the temperature also 55 volts,
Temperature,
okay, this Ka is different.
the temperature, like it would be at a temperature, but given temperature wouldn't help me to figure it out. I would need a table, or I would need a pH somehow to measure the pH. Okay, I don't know. How many more of these do I have? Have we done Hober before?
No,
I don't think so.
Let me look here. Okay, here we go. Let's do Hober and then we're gonna move on. Go fast. We're gonna go as fast as Ethan goes in the 50-meter dash or 50-meter swim. I thought you were the region champ in swimming.
It was.
You guys won you guys won team region though, right?
He was first place in something, wasn't he?
in region first place is both of them.
Okay, well then my analogy works fine. Go fast. Why are you being humble? It's not the time to be humble. You can flex on all of us.
No, but you're the region champ then,
Yes, two-time region champ right there.
right? Okay, then how come you just said he?
I don't know. He's trying to be humble.
Oh, well, still region, dude.
Yeah, I'm not talking about state. Why would we care about that? It's just about beating Farmington. That's all they care about.
Cooper is making me very uncomfortable today.
Work. First time reading that, Fergie? First time reading that?
Yeah.
It's a commitment, but it's a good. Okay, I'll assume we're done because Cooper's watching soccer on Huddle.
No. Not me.
Oh, I missed it.
You think Cooper is a good assumption of what our class is like?
And then you had the highest average.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
What, Cooper?
I was just gonna.
I'm pumped for you.
What about?
His date.
Yeah, she posted a thing about the pillow fighting. Yeah.
I know she posted that.
Does her dad know? President Meekum.
Did you see me do that though?
Okay, focus.
I just tried not to get to brag about.
In a fight, my money's on Tegan all day, every day.
What?
No, he beat
Just kidding.
you.
She could actually, she could probably should be.
I bet she was trying and then you just hit her as hard as you.
All right, are you done?
It's like 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Judah's probably losing his mind right now. It's probably 8:40, maybe 9.
I would learn more if I wasn't here. Okay, well. Okay, I have an answer.
All right,
Oh, just kidding, it changed it on me.
sorry, peeps.
I didn't realize it gave me a different H plus concentration using part B.
What? I'm a jerk, huh? Okay, here we go. Part A says, it's like, this should go super fast. Does part A need anything in the top? No. The concentration of H plus is equal to 10 raised to the negative 4.95, and that is equal to something.
1.122 times by 10 raised to the negative 5.
Okay, good enough. If I wrote it wrong, I'm sorry. Judah, if we rounded wrong, I'm sorry. Okay, that's A. B. Write the equilibrium constant expression for the ionization. So we have H plus OBr minus over HOBr equals Ka. Fair enough. And these are all concentrations. All right, whatever. Okay. Then calculate the concentration. This is off an AP test. If you get stuck, think about why it asked you to write this first. Why did it ask us to write this first? Because I'm going to use it. All right, so find this. We haven't done this yet. It's asking you to solve for that value given everything else. So Ka is this number. So 2.3 times 10 to the negative 9 is equal to, it tells you 1.85 times 10 to the negative 5th. And that's squared, right?
Yeah.
It's squared because these are a 1-to-1. And then that's over x, correct?
Yeah.
Now, algebra wise, I don't want to write it all out, but we're going to take x over and 2.3 times 10 to the negative 9 under.
Yeah.
And make sure we do the square and all that. And Nisha has an answer for me.
I got 0.14.
Same.
All right. Same Z's. That's
So we multiply this.
Hey, we have 3 people that got it right. I'm pretty sure it's right.
Hashtag twins.
Hashtag you were doing that. Don't even at me right now.
Hashtag triplets.
Okay, argument, what?
I'm confused
Where?
everywhere.
Okay, well, are you on pain medicine? Oops.
No, not anymore. I wasn't meant to test though. Don't ask me how that happened.
Okay.
Because your brain is up.
Where? Shh. At what part of the problem did I lose you?
Start solving for it.
Oh, do we divide by x?
Yeah, so x has to go over. And so you'd have x times this. So then you divide both sides by 2.3 times 10 to the negative 9.
Okay, I was trying to get time together.
Order of operations, we square this first, then divide that squared by that number. And then I sit. Did you still not get that? Did you parenthesize?
One point eight. I think I typed in point
Well,
one eight.
it's
Is that right?
technically
It's not even
1.8.
0.5. I'm too tired right now.
Oh, where did I get that 5?
I'm not really sure, but I figured it wanted to go. Couldn't it be 0.5 or 1.5? Well, I got 0.140. That's probably.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
How did I get
I cannot answer that.
I don't have.
All right, so just be ready to solve for any part at any time, given anything. Sounds pretty easy. Okay, this is an old schedule, obviously. Well, let's see, how old was that? Class of 2020. Wow, that was a while ago. This is back when AP kids like studied and stuff. Okay, now it's not on there, but how would you go about answering this question? Tell your partner, like, be organized for 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah. So has
All right.
It sounds like everybody's
Yeah, I know. Half my videos of these get blocked. Okay, here we go. The way the multiple choice would be, it would just be 4 acids and their Kas are listed.
Oh,
I should have said that before. So we look for the smallest Ka, or the biggest negative exponent is what usually gives it away. Right? Yes, ma'am.
so that's because the K is starburst reactant and a weak acid is the product of the carbonate smaller.
You were close. The reactants.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because the denominator would be greater, which is the.
Okay, so I'm not showing you this answer, but I'm telling you it will be on an exam someday. In the future, the exam's not even this week, probably. Okay, consider this. You can do that. We already did this. This is on chapter 15, so I'll move it on. All right, of the following acids, which is not a strong acid, the options are not here, but these are chemical formulas. So it would give you like HCl, HF, HBr, and HNO3, like that.
So that's just like memorization.
It's just the memorizing, and you would say which one is not strong. Here, it is HF. Thank you. I have a really good heart. Mm-mm. But you won't when we test, as long as you're not on drugs.
Yeah, I have it on my list too.
Oh,
It's not on my list.
it is not a strong acid. It's
Which one? That's not it. There's 7, correct? Is this thing?
there's 7.
Okay, so I have hydrochloric acid. Let's see. There's SO4, that acid.
Sulfuric.
Sulfuric acid, bromic acid, nitric acid.
Well, it's not my first one, so that's on my first.
Okay, well, it should not be. I probably said family 7 acids. Now, I think I would have said excluding HF, but maybe I forgot to say it that time.
Wait, so I only have, you got it right the first time though.
So what about the H? It was like H had like a plus and minus sign in the top right. Was that not it?
Okay, yeah, when we first talked about it at the beginning of the
I have no idea.
it's not there, but when PowerPoint had HF, so that's why we all have it.
Interesting. Okay, I apologize. Well, HF is weak. Just from now on,
So what other ones are?
these are all strong. Maybe there are only 6. I don't know. How many did you have from the very first list on the very like 3rd day of class when you should have memorized this? There were 7. Was HF on there?
No, it should be.
Oh my, why have we not just memorized these 20 times over by now? HCl, HBr, HI, HNO3, H2SO4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what am I missing? I got that one. Oh yeah, the chlorates. Okay. That should have, oh, I'm moving on. The magnitude of KW indicates that, ooh, that's a good one. No, this is KW. I would look that up.
It's the negative.
Look that one up. Not right now, but be ready for it.
The H plus and the O is one, right? Isn't that something to do with the H3O?
It definitely has something to do with H3O. Of the following equilibria, only blank will shift to the left in response to a decrease in volume. So this is a multiple choice. This is from chapter 15 also, so don't worry about it. A fairly simple pH calculation. How do you find that quick?
You do the log.
Not the log,
Oh, so it's 3.6.
negative log.
Well, if you get a negative log or a negative number.
You can, but I'm technically going to type it in how it should be. But yeah, always put a positive if you don't feel like putting that. You take that and you get around 2.5 probably though.
Yeah.
2.6. Yes.
Temperature matter, or did they just throw that?
The temperature, it does matter, but it doesn't matter to us. Because if we said that this was like 30 degrees, it'd be a little bit different. But we are going to do everything based on room temperature in this class. It wouldn't be much different. Why?
Never mind. I was just saying we had like weird height.
Well, in other areas of AP chemistry, temperature is a huge thing. But with this, if I add 5 degrees Celsius, this maybe goes to 0.00249991 or something like that. Like it matters, but it's such a small matter, we don't care. 10 to the negative. Hopefully you're good with that one. At equilibrium, we already answered that one. This was from chapter 15. There you go. Forward and reverse were equal. All right. This one was on the test as well. I'm going to skip it because someone hasn't finished the test still. The conjugate base, spoiler alert, tell your partner what the conjugate base of H2 or HSO4 minus is. Oh, good. Hey, what else do we know about HSO4 minus? False. That's H2SO4. What do I know about this though? False. I want you to go back to your notes and find H2SO3. Or sorry, H2SO4 minus. Well, whatever, it's fine. That's part of the deal. HSO4 minus can act like an acid or a base.
Oh,
Amphiprotic. Or what did you say? Amphoteric, that's what it is, amphoteric. So look, it can gain an H to become H2SO4 acid. Whoops, what am I doing here? It can gain that. If it gains, we would call it a what? The base. Now that seems weird, but this is, yep, it's acting like a base if it goes this way. If it goes this way, it gives off an H plus, and then it's an acid. Amphoteric, thank you. Right, or it's considered an acid and becomes the conjugate base. Stable? It depends, it has to be with someone because it has to get those charges from somewhere. So by itself, you'd say, no, it's not real stable. Yeah, it would be just fine. Say that again.
So those are becoming the conjugates, the SO4 and H2SO4?
Yep,
From the HSO4.
yep. All right. This one we did in chapter 15 as well. I don't know if it was on the test, but if this is to the -3, it says at equilibrium, and it's asking basically, are products or reactants dominant? Reactants,
Oh,
reactants,
it's the negative.
because we have big reactants, small products, right? Because that's going to equal a small number. I've never done my number sign that way. I'm uncomfy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Le Chatelier. Ooh, this is your question that Reese you had earlier. Calculate the pOH of a solution at 25 that contains 1.94 times 10 to the -10 molarity of hydronium ions. Okay, there's a bunch of ways to go about it. But if we need pOH, that relates to pH. No, I was just getting sick of the noise. All right, that's a relationship. That's where this is coming from. All right, so if I take the 14 and I subtract the pH, or the negative log of that concentration, it will give me that value. Right. So what I would do is I would find this. I would take the negative log of this. Why did I do that again? I don't know either. I would take the negative log of that. Someone do that for me. Okay, 9.7. That's the pH. But I need pOH. So 14 minus this 9.7. 4.28, you said?
Yeah.
Without the rounding, or without me rounding it to 9.7. Okay, be comfortable with pH to pOHs. It's just, we had to pick one, and I guess forever ago they chose H. Yeah, I guess so. This is a good question. Talk to your partner about this one. Like, I like this question. Yeah, of those three things, the equilibrium cannot be established when blank is placed in a 1 liter container. Oh. It's not SO3. It is just O2 or just SO2. You have to have both reactants together. But if I had SO3 just by itself, could it reach equilibrium? Absolutely. It would decompose into these two parts. So you would not answer this question though. You wouldn't say SO2 and O2. That would be misleading. You'd have to make sure that you stated only O2, only SO2. All right, have a great one.